This is not an advert. This is a confession. For anyone starting grade 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12, this confession will expose the number one secret that your school does not want you to know. By the end of the confession, you will know exactly what that number one secret is and how you can use it to study for any subject that you are doing. So before I go on, let me just say, forgive me, Father, for what I'm about to do. This confession will land me in trouble, but for the sake of millions of students around the world who need this information, I'm willing to just share this secret with the world. So help me God. Well, if you are watching this video, it means you are going either to grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or maybe you're even going to university. It doesn't matter. Congratulations for going through this tough 2020. The year 2021 is going to be even tougher as the intensity of lockdowns is increasing as coronavirus infections continue to increase every day. We all know this. But if you find yourself on this video as we come into 2021, I want you to know that there is a system that will make studying easy, enjoyable, and you will pass with the marks that you want, not the marks that you end up getting. No, the marks that you want, the marks that you decide right now that you want, those are the kind of marks that you get if you use this system. And you can do that without even stepping your foot at a schoolyard. You can do it by watching these videos, using the resources that I'm going to give you today to do all this. You just stand up from home, end of March, and go and write an exam. No problem at all. The power of this study system will turn all your hopeful wishes into reality. It leads you on the right course to your most desired grades, the ones that you want. If it is your desire to do well in school, you must first learn how to learn. Because once you know how to learn, everything in school is about learning, so you'll be able to do it. Why am I telling you this? Well, my name is Everson, and I did my high school matriculation in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is considered one of the, it was considered back then as one of the best places to study because the standards were very high. Still high right now, but a little bit different. So I finished my high school education with some decent grades. You can have a look. And went on to do very well in university. I was studying at the University of Namibia. Over the past 15 years, I've managed to develop a proven study system that works for anyone studying for any form of standardized testing. So standardized testing, the grade, the matriculation, even the modules in university, they are standardized. While I managed to get decent grades in high school, I couldn't say I had a dependable system. I was just a very hard-working kid with no friends and no life. In fact, my classmates used to call me a bookworm because I was always buried in books. I'm sure none of you would want that kind of life. Surely, I didn't want to be a bookworm when I joined university. When I got admitted to study accounting at the University of Namibia, my life changed somewhat for the worse. I didn't have a scholarship or anyone to pay for my studies, so I had to work to get taxi money, food money, tuition money, everything I had to cover for myself. So I knew that my style of being a bookworm was not going to work. I had to find a better way to study. Otherwise, I wasn't going to make it to manage to work and study at the same time and still get good grades. So I tried different methods for months and nothing was working. I was always behind with my school and always late to school because I have to be hustling for some money to pay for all these bills. Until one day, I was introduced to the concept of a course outline in one of my university modules. You know, it's something so simple, but I was so shocked and surprised to learn that a course outline tells you everything you need to know and study about a subject or a module, like everything. It will even tell you the textbook that you need to use and any other textbook that can help. So, as you can see, when I saw this, I thought to myself, this is it. This is the number one secret that teachers in high school don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how to connect a syllabus to a textbook and tie that together into a proper study system. So this secret is what high schools have been withholding from you. They don't want you to get hold of the syllabus. Maybe some schools do give you the syllabus, but they don't teach you how to use it in order for you to be an independent learner. Somebody who can apply things and take them through themselves through a concept and master it on your own, even without the teacher being present. I had finally discovered this system that will make studying easy and enjoyable for millions of students around. So that's why I said this will get me in trouble. And this system, I call it the STEP study system. So STEP, S for syllabus, T for textbook, and EP for exam practice. I have proven this system over the past 8 years working with students from different universities like UNAM, University of Namibia, Namibia University of Science and Technology, International University of Management, UNISA, University of Stellenbosch, University of Cape Town, Management College of Southern Africa, Mankosa, Southern Business School, Regent, and many other universities. I've worked with students from a lot of universities, and I have been applying this principle when I was working with them, but I've never just shared the system with the world. So, just to prove why teachers and schools don't want you to know how the system works, I will demonstrate how to use the STEP study system with a subject that many students and parents find challenging: mathematics. So don't be scared. Don't worry. The system will show you how easy it is. You will even start. If you're a parent who's no longer doing maths, you will actually want to join a math class or start doing it on your own, even better. So the three things that you need in order to use the STEP study system are getting a syllabus. All right? So getting a syllabus may not be easy in some countries, but if you're in Namibia and South Africa, I have compiled all the syllabuses for all your subjects from grade 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So when you register, you'll be able to get everything on the Monak website. The second thing is a textbook. And you don't just want to use any textbook, and not all the textbooks that are recommended are good textbooks. So once you register, you will be able to access so many different textbooks that are used for mathematics for all your grades in Namibia, for maths, for most of your subjects. I can't get all of them, but for now, I have so many of them. And just considering the value of each textbook, this is good. You'll be able to access it right now from your computer, from your phone, anywhere. Now, when it comes to the last element of the STEP study system, it is the exam practice. This is often neglected until the end of the term. You know, you study, and then towards the end of the term, you start saying, let me practice for exam. Over my 8 years experience teaching, I have noticed that this is the wrong way of doing things. You must not wait until end of term to familiarize yourself with exam questions and the exam setup. Students should have access to past exam papers so that they familiarize themselves with how they look and feel. You know how many students feel the pressure of exams and start panicking and be afraid? I'm sure you feel the same way. I used to feel the same way. My heart would pound, but I would find a way to just calm myself down. That's why I've compiled all the exam papers and answers for the years 2010 to 2020 for all the subjects, for grade 8 and 9 and from grade 12, 10, 11 and 12, the matric. For Namibia, you get all of them in one place. You don't have to go look one by one from different places. Everything is in one place. You will have access to all this after you register. So now we have all the 3 elements. Let's put the step study system to the test. Let's take grade 10 to 11 mathematics for the demonstration. Now, if you are in grade 8, 9 or 12, don't worry. The important thing is that you see how the system works. Even if you're just a parent watching this, don't worry. You will also start to love maths again when you realize how simple this is. But don't go and beat your old teacher or headmaster because they kept this secret from you. No. That will not be on me. I'm just showing you a simple system of studying better and studying easy. So we'll do a demo lesson. Alright, so let's illustrate how the step study system works. Like I said, we'll use grade 10. So there is a syllabus for maths. When we go down, it will tell us introduction, the rationale, aims, the learning content. So me, I'm always interested on the learning content, but you can read everything so that you familiarize yourself with what are you required to do, how long are you supposed to spend, what skills are you supposed to learn, you understand? When you have these things in your mind, you know what you are doing, right? So, like I said, I like the part of topics. So as you can see, topic 1, there it is. And then I like why it breaks it down further. So topic 1, numbers and operations, real number system. So as you can see, classify different types of numbers. So the main objective is know how to classify and use real numbers. And then classify numbers into natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational, all of these. Identify integers, prime numbers, square numbers, cube numbers, common factors, all of that, right? So if we come to our textbook, our contents exactly the same as in the syllabus. What we want is the number part. So let's just choose a few to read about and know more. It's just so that you can see that the textbook itself will help you do the learning, meaning you'll be able to know all the objectives of the syllabus based on what the textbook gives you. So let's look for, those are natural numbers, integers, irrational numbers, prime number, right? So just as a out of curiosity, look at how the book makes it so simplified. Let's look at a square number. What is a square number? In a 10 by 10 square, write the numbers 1 to 100. Shade, oh, that's an exercise. The to the power 2 is called an index, plural indices. 3 multiplied by 3 can be written 3 squared, or 3 to the power 2. You can say 3 squared when you see 3 to the power 2. So it's 3 multiplying itself. So that is what is called, the answer that you get is what is called a square number. So 3 by 3 you get 9. So 9 is a square number. 7 times 7, which is 7 squared, it gives you 49. So 49 is a square number. So in other words, a square number is a number that is a square root. So on your calculator, which you get when you register, when you just press square root 49, you get a proper answer. So when you want to test if a number is a square number, simply come and press square root and say, let's say 56. It's not a square number because the answer is a decimal. What about, let's say, 81? Proper answer, that is a square number. So 81 is a square number and 9 is the square root. 81 is the square number, 9 is the square root, which is the answer that you get when you find the square root of a square number. So it's the same thing when it comes to cube numbers. It means you are now multiplying 3 times for cube numbers. 3 times 3 times 3 gives you 27. So 27 is a cube number. And the 3 is a cube root. So on your calculator, it's very easy to find. If you can see, there are 2 ways. You can either come and shift and find the cube root, which is already a 3 there. And then you put the number, let's say 27. You get 3. Or you can say shift and then choose this sign. So this sign allows you to put a 3 there if you want a cube, or a 4, or a 2 if you want a square root. Then if you come and put 27 again, you still get 3. So 3 is the cube root, 27 is the cube number. So this textbook is very clear, right? So you start with your syllabus, it tells you what you want to learn. You come to the textbook, it teaches you the things that you need to know. And then you can do some exercises in the textbook, right? So the book gives you a worked example, how to do it. So let's look at find the prime factors of 18 and express it as a product of prime numbers. So what does the book do? You start writing your 18 there. You start with the smallest prime number, which is a 2. 2 into 18. So again, you don't have to suffer. You can use the calculator. So we start with 18. We divide by 2. You get your 9. There is the 9. So we know 2 won't go anymore, because if we say divide by 2, look what you get. 9 divided by 2 gives you a funny answer, right? Which is not a full number. So once the 2 cannot work, you try the next prime number, which is a 3. So 9 divided by 3. What you get? You get 3. That's why there's a 3 here. So again we try 3. 3 into 3, you get 1. So another way of writing 18 is to say 2 times 3 times 3. 18 equals to 2 times 3 times 3. So in other words, it's 2 times, how many 3's? 2 of them. So 2 times 3 to the power 2. So that's how the book explains everything for you. So now that we have learned a few things, let's see how we can, whether we are able to answer any exam papers. So this is an exam paper. That's how it looks like. You get used to it. If it's for your school, the only difference is that there will be your school name there, but basically everything else is there. You familiarize yourself with the instructions, right? So these are the margins. So don't write away here where it's written for examiners use. So if you look at the question paper, which question, number 1, definitely doesn't deal with the number system that we studied, that we went on to find in the textbook. Number 1 doesn't do that, right? So what does? Oh, number 2 does. So from the list of the numbers above, square number, cube root, prime number, factor, multiple. So guys, how easy can things be? Syllabus tells you what to study, right? After that, book shows you how to do the things, and then the question paper comes exactly as that. There is no way you can fail, right? So let's try to work out number 2 based on what we have studied so far. This is our list. Let's look for a square number, and we already said to test for a square number, just try to find the square root. Right? So look at all those numbers. The root of 1 is 1. So 1 has got the square root, so it's perfect. Let's try the square root of 2. As you can see, it's a funny number. 3. It's also a funny number. 7, 7, all of them. So the only number that has a square root here is 1. So our square number is 1, and coincidentally here also, its square root is also 1. So our answer is 1. And then the cube root, not the cube number, the root of 8. So we simply come and say shift cube root of 8 equals to 2. So as you can see, there is our 2. So the cube root of 8 is 2. Which number is not, right? Not a prime number. So remember, we already said 1 is not a prime number because it's not divisible by 1 in itself. So 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number, 7 is a prime number, 11 is a prime number. So the only number which is not a prime number is the 12. Because if you say 12 divided by 2, there's already so many numbers that can go into 12, right? So the number which is not a prime number is 12. And then we want a factor of 77. So we want a number that goes into 77. So we start with our 77. So obviously by dividing by 7 there, we can get 11. Right? So 7 and 11 are all factors of 77. They did not say highest common factor, they just say a factor. The two numbers that are factors of 77 is 7 and 11. Those two. Let's look at the last one. A multiple of 3. It's a number where 3 can go into. Right? So 3 can go into 3. Right? One time. 3 can go into 12 4 times. So those two numbers are multiples of 3. They did not say a lowest common multiple, so that's why we put both of them. As you can see, the step study system works. And this is a warning to every teacher or every person that was telling you you cannot do it, you are dumb, you are stupid, because now you have a system to use to study better and to learn easier. After using this system seriously for 30 days, you will start to love everything you study, because there's nothing nice about studying and being able to understand and answer questions in the exam like this. You walk into the class ready to face the lesson and the teacher, whether or not school's open, it doesn't matter. You are already going to be able to go steps ahead in your studies. And let me let you in on another secret. Once you register on the Monak Academy site, you will have me working with you. You will have my WhatsApp where you can send questions anytime you have a problem. We are going to work together to get you that grade that you want. Is it an A? Is it a B? You decide. And your work ethic will tell you whether you do it. Are you willing to put in the work? Right? Other students will not have me the way you do. Right there by your side to work with you. Courses will be available for grade 8, 9, 10, 11 for maths and accounting. As I get more partners to work with, we will start doing other subjects. And remember, this is only the beginning. The tips, tricks and strategies that you just learned today are just seeds that have the capacity to lead to extraordinary achievement. My hope is you will cultivate these tips, strategies with your own imagination and creativity, and water them with your faith and intensify them with practice so that you can grasp and be ready to ace the exams. When you register now, just by clicking the link below, register right now, this is what you will get. I will just run over the things that you will get, like I said. All right, so like I said, you are going to get access to all the syllabuses. So there's no value to this. I cannot even put a value. It's priceless, because trying to put them all together is not easy. But once you register, everything is laid out for you. You will just be able to download it. And when it comes to textbooks, you will have textbooks for maths, for accounting, for science, for geography, for business studies, and many, many more. When you look at the price of a textbook, let's just look at this one. So as you can see, I have it. So as you can see, I have this book. There is the book. And when you look at its price, it's 647 rands. And you are doing about 8 subjects. So that comes to how much? So again, our calculator is there. If we say 600 times, let's just say 650. So 8 books at 650, you will need to spend about 5,200 just to get textbooks. But like I said, you are going to get all of them for free. They are all loaded up in your account as soon as you register. You will have access to this calculator that I'm using. As you can see, this is a nice Casio. If you are not a Casio person, there is a Sharp. Okay, let's start the Sharp. There is the Sharp. As you can see, nice calculator, works. Right? Look at the prices of the calculators, just the 2 calculators. This is Walton's. There is the Sharp calculator here. It's $300, which is $310. And there is the Casio calculator. It's $323 or rands. So altogether, that's already 600 bucks. 323 plus 319, that's 632. You will have videos of me also telling you how to use all the functions, cubes, cos, lean, everything you need to know about the calculator for your grade 8 up to 12 exams. And lastly, you will have access to a library full of books. Let's just say you want to look for mathematics books or accounting for ICSI. If I just say ICSI, I won't even put a subject, just so that you can see how many books are going to come. Just look at this. Books 71. Chemistry, mathematics, biology, computer science, chemistry, all of these books. You will have access to all of these books immediately as soon as you register. You will have access to the library. Alright? That's another thing you get. So, can you put a price on this? It's priceless. You can't even put a price on this. So the total value that you get from registering at the Monak Academy today, unlike registering in any other school, you will never get all these things when you register at any other school. It only happens at the Monak Academy. You will save yourself 5,000 just, and that's the smallest amount that we are even mentioning. But all you need to pay today to register is 100 rands. 100 Namibia dollars. Just click register below. Alright, so one important thing is I'll only be working with a few students for each grade, because I want to make sure I give each and every one of you all the attention that you deserve, because I mean it when I say no one should come and join my class and not get the grade that they want. So in order for that to happen, you have to work hard and I also have to work hard. For me to be able to do that, I can't work with a big class. So spots are limited. You don't want to delay. You will not be able to work with me in 2021, which is still fine. I'm sure you'll find your way. But the truth is, I am really always intrigued with the challenge of trying to put into a system the tips, the tricks, and the strategies that can make a difference in a person's academic life. And now I have the pleasure of sharing with you the step study system. Register today and let's get the ball rolling for 2021. Start 2021 with your best foot forward. See you inside the course. Click register now. So when you come to the site, you simply enter your details. Okay, we need to make sure you are not a robot. So verify. Right, success, you'll be redirected to, so you have to wait and then to take you to the Monak Academy page. So here, registration 2021. So syllabuses will be there, textbooks will be there, calculators will be there, library access is there. So you come and more courses, so you just come and click enroll. So you can pay with a debit card here, 100 Namibian dollars. Put your thing and buy now. Kitchen. This is what other people have to say, and then you just pay.